And Iota made landfall as a catastrophic Category 4 hurricane in Central America overnight. Here's what the storm sounded like when it hit. You see that huge wave that's just 15 miles from where Iota devastated the area earlier this month. Ginger Z is tracking Iota's path for us. Ginger, good morning. Some of the footage coming out of there is just incredible.
And unfortunately, we're going to see that for days, much like we did just 2 weeks ago when Iota, which was also a Category 4, made landfall in Nicaragua. We had another Cat 4, even stronger, make landfall. This now the strongest November hurricane on record for landfall in Nicaragua. You can see some of the images here behind me. But you have to remember, this was a big rain and deadly landslide event, so they were very sensitive to it. You can see the weather balloon being put out in Colombia here. That's how we get information. As that weather balloon goes up, it captures it. We also have the hurricane hunters dropping dropsons inside. So that info comes to us and we can see as this thing makes its way now through Central America. We know that it is weakening, but when it weakens, it still rains a lot. And unfortunately, places that got feet of rain just 2 weeks ago and are already super saturated now have more feet of rain. So this is going to slowly make its way through the midweek over through El Salvador, where it could do plenty of damage. Right along the border of Guatemala and Honduras, we could anticipate up to 30 inches of rain. And you say, wow, it seems late in the season. Yes, this is the strongest, latest hurricane on record. For a time right before landfall yesterday, Iota was a Cat 5, the first Cat 5 of 2020. The 5th season in a row we've had Cat 5s in every season. We've never done that before in recorded history. And no, we're not done. There's another one, a 40% chance of development headed about southwest of where Iota made landfall. That would be named Kappa. Diane.
Feels like there's no end in sight this season. Ginger, we also mentioned that this is the same region that just took a huge hit from Iota. I imagine the devastation there is going to be even more impactful because the water has nowhere to go. The ground's already saturated. So when you have back-to-back storms like this, what do people in those areas need? What can people do to help?
So now we're at 30 named storms for the season so far, 13 hurricanes, including 2 right here, Iota and Iota, that made landfall within 2 weeks just 15 miles away. You'll remember in Louisiana, it was Delta and Laura that did something very similar. We know from unfortunate experience that these folks need money. It takes not just months, but years to rebuild after something like this. And the unfortunate part is this becomes a humanitarian crisis because you have to get help to these folks and they can be cut off for weeks at a time. And so I think, unfortunately, finding the right charities to give money to is probably the best we can do right now if anybody has it in the middle of a pandemic.
Diane. All right. Tough times. Ginger Z, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.